today, there is one particular thing that I really need to get off my chest, okay? So it's a very serious one for me. Now, tonight I want to speak about something that genuinely has disturbed me. Regardless of where you sit politically, regardless of whether you support the Victorian government or oppose it, I truly believe, this is my belief, a line has been crossed. Now, over recent weeks, Melbourne has seen trucks carrying the slogan "Ditch the Witch" alongside an image of our Victorian Premier Jacinta Allen. The image portrays her wearing a witch's hat and presents her as a caricature rather than a political leader. Now, let me be very, very clear here. Democracy depends on scrutiny. Politicians should be questioned, challenged, and held accountable. Yes, that is part of a healthy society. But there is a significant difference between criticising policies and reducing a woman to a sexist stereotype. Throughout history, powerful women have often been labelled as witches, hysterical, difficult, emotional, dangerous. These labels were rarely about policy. They were about diminishing women who held authority. You don't have to agree with our Premier's decisions. You don't have to vote for her. You don't even have to like her politics or even like her. But surely we can do better than calling a female Premier a witch. Any female in politics, I don't care, any, let alone a Premier. What message does this send to young women watching? What message does it send to girls who aspire to lead? What message does it send about how we treat women who step into positions of power? Think about your daughters. Think about your nieces, your goddaughters, your own daughter. I found it particularly disappointing that in 2026, after decades of progress for women, we're still seeing language and imagery that many would recognise as deeply misogynistic. Where is the respect? Where is the dignity? Where is the sisterhood that so many people speak about when we come to support women in leadership? I mean, you have opposition leaders, females, not condoning this. Do they even think about when they step into that position, how they would feel when something like this comes out? I often hear conversation about why women remain unrepresented in politics and senior leadership roles. Perhaps one reason is the women who put themselves forward are often subjected to criticism that goes beyond their performance and targets their gender. Again, this is not about politics. This is about standards. It's about treating people with basic respect, even when we don't agree with them, even when we disagree with them. If a Premier's policies deserve criticisms, then criticise the policies, debate the decisions, challenge the government. But reducing a female leader to a sexist trope does nothing to elevate public discussion. As a woman and as someone who believes in respectful dialogue, I find it disappointing and frankly appalling. We can disagree passionately without demeaning one another. Surely Victoria, surely Australia as a whole are better than this. So I'm sorry. If you don't have to support Jacinta, you don't have to vote for Jacinta, but every Victorian should ask themselves this question: is this really the standard of public debate we want to leave for the next generation, our children's generation? Okay, you know what? Enough with it. Let's go on to our next song for tonight, Shoppy.